Yo, what's going on, you guys? We got a brand new OTA that came out today. Typhoid Mary got changed. We're going to be using Typhoid Mary in a big dumb idiots list that I've been having a lot of fun with. That's a little bit different than what you may have seen normally with the big dumb idiots, but let's go ahead and jump right into what happened in Typhoid Mary, and then we're going to show the deck. So Typhoid Mary now is an ongoing. Your cards here have -1 power. This makes this card way more versatile, way better, opposed to being a global effect of -1. It allows you to do some more big dumb idiots things, which is what they were talking about in the OTA as well. This was probably one of the positive changes in the OTA, opposed to a lot of the negative things that had happened. But I'm really enjoying this list. Let me go ahead and show it to you real quick. This is going to be the list right now. We have Typhoid's Dumb Idiots. It's a newer take, I think, on the big dumb idiots list. We have some ramp in here. We have War Machine to enable some of these options. But let me show you why we have each card in this list individually. So we do have Zabu in this list. Zabu, of course, is also in spotlights this week. Give each of your 4-cost cards -1 cost if they're in your deck. We have a bunch of 4 costs in here. We actually have 4 costs to be able to get that Zabu value. So if you need a new Zabu list, here is a list that you can actually try to be able to get some of that Zabu value. This feels great. There's not a direct swap, I would say, for Zabu to be able to get that ramp out, so he's kind of needed in this list. We have Ebony Maul because we are playing War Machine. This does allow us to get some War Machine value. Also, we are playing Madam Web, so this allows us to move cards into the Ebony Maul lane, which feels really solid. With War Machine, you can also use it so you can play your Coal Obsidian onto your Ebony Maul as well, or if you're winning the location, some Crossbones value. We have Madam Web, like I said, to be able to get in and out of locations, be able to move your Cosmo around. You'll actually see instances in here, I believe, when I use my Cosmo actually to alter what my opponent thinks is going to happen and stop them from winning the game. Cosmo actually stole us some cubes here, so Madam Web feels really good in this list as well. We have Psylocke to get some ramp out, so if you're winning a location on turn 2, going into turn 3, you're winning it as well. You can play your Crossbones out early. Maybe you want to play your Coal Obsidian out early to be able to get that Scar value, even your Typhoid Mary out, or maybe if you are just trying to get War Machine out early. So you can get that value there. It's another ramp card you can use in this list. We have Armor to be able to protect our big cards because they have over 10 power. They are in Shang-Chi range. Shang-Chi is still running around everywhere right now, so this kind of helps protect our cards, as well as Cosmo. Cosmo is really good to protect our cards. There's also so much bounce going on, so this does enable you to stop the bounce. People from being able to just throw cards down as many times as they want. You also have Armor to kind of protect against Destroy. I'm seeing a lot of Destroy and bounce right now, so that's why I have Cosmo in this list. We have War Machine to be able to get into some of these other lanes. War Machine, of course, makes it so there's no limitation. You can play Infinite on 6. You can play your Maul whenever you want. You can play your Coal Obsidian or your Crossbones wherever you would like either. They don't have their restrictions to be winning the location or having to have a 1 cost, which feels really nice. Being able to also get in some locations you may not be able to normally is really good. And then, of course, you have Crossbones. Of course, you can only play this at a location that you're winning. It goes with synergy with Scar. You can ramp him out early. It is a 4 cost. It also helps with your Zabu. You have the War Machine value, like I was saying as well, too. This card actually feels pretty decent in this list as 10 power for the Scar. Coal Obsidian also has 10 power for Scar. If you can't play a 1-cost card, you have your War Machine for that, but more often than not, you need a 1-cost card to get your Coal Obsidian out. Zabu's a 1-cost card now. Ebony Maul's a 1-cost card. You can use your Madam Web to move some stuff around too to get some Coal Obsidian value. It just feels really good, and the flow in this list is like really solid. If you don't have Coal Obsidian, you could try a Tuma because you do have Armor in this list, and that is another 10-power card, which doesn't have any restriction. It just downside destroys anything that has less power than it. And then, of course, the new and improved Typhoid Mary, which only limits her lane. So you can kind of play this in such a way to move your 10-power cards off your Typhoid Mary or play them into your Typhoid Mary after you have the Scar value down. Don't play your 10-power cards onto Typhoid Mary or they will be below 10 power. So it does limit your Scar value, but it would allow you to dodge Shang-Chi. So also keep that in mind. And then, of course, you have Scar in this list. Anything that has over 10 power, Scar gets reduced. So if you're playing Typhoid Mary, he becomes a 4-cost. If you're playing Coal Obsidian, becomes a 4-cost. You play Coal Obsidian and Typhoid Mary, maybe turn after turn, becomes a 2-cost. So you could play these 4-cost cards with your Scar at the end of the game. It feels really solid in this list. I love the Scar value. And then, of course, you have Infinite. This is for some War Machine. If you just need a big power card to throw down at the end of the game, you can do that. I wouldn't really be floating a lot of turns for Infinite, but that's what I'm seeing in this list. But we're going to go ahead and jump into some live gameplay, and I will see you guys at the end of the video. All right, we're in game number 1. We have our own Madam Web. If we can honestly get the Maul over to the left, that also gives us Scar value is what I'm thinking of here. We do have Madam Web to help with things. We do have Psylocke. We do have Crossbones. If I do Psylocke, I can actually get Typhoid at early, so that's what we're going to do there. They Scarlet Witch it. Okay. Yikers. Strange Academy. I get Typhoid on the right over here. And then the Abbey. Or actually, I'm going to go Armor Madam Web here so I can get the draw instead. Okay, we get Cosmo. They get Thena. Okay, they're playing something a little interesting. Huh. I'm going to play Crossbones out. They Jubilee left. What are they playing? Odin. It's a Scarlet Witch and Jubilee. Which goes to Vormir. Which gives them a Blade. Okay, so they're playing some booster thing, probably, I'm thinking. I'm going to go Armor. War Machine. They Black Panther. Forever. I'm going to play Scar into Maw right, actually. I think this is safest for us. I mean, I could play Maw middle and get it to 9 power, but I think this is best. And then kind of just see what happens. I think this is just a booster deck, but like... We had all the lines we wanted here. They Nico and Gwenpool. Okay, so it is some sort of booster deck. But we got some good content there. Sweet. We didn't use the Mary there, but we could have used the Mary in order to like play into like one of these other lanes to get the Scar value, since Mary, of course, like I said, only hits the cards that are in her lane. But that's kind of, we're just doing some big dumb idiot. All right, you know, this is actually a really good hand for this game. So we start with Zabu. We still have War Machine and Typhoid still in our deck, which is really good. I know we have Cold Obsidian and Crossbones in our hand, but we can still like make this work. We got a bunch of different options here, which is really good. We're gonna have Armor to play around as well. Sable, as long as that doesn't hit one of our, like, doesn't hit Typhoid, we're good. If it hits, you know, Scar, it's not the worst. It's Cosmo. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to play Armor left so I can play Crossbones, or I can't play Crossbones out. But we're going to play Armor out. They have Agent Venom. Oh, that Agent Venom split's incredible, too. Holy moly, that looks so good. So freaking good inked. Fogwells. I'm going to play War Machine. I believe this is just going to be... Oh, yeah. It's just going to be some good old bounce things. All right, so I'm going to play... Cold Obsidian. Play Crossbones middle, actually. I'm going to play Crossbones out. We can still mess around with other stuff. We are going to have Cosmo. I believe I should still have priority going into this next turn, which could allow me to do Cosmo here kind of things. They Falcon. Which means we're actually going to Cosmo here. I'm going to go Cosmo, Madam Web, so I can move the Cosmo around. Then they can't bounce anything. They're stuck here. So I can play the Cold Obsidian out. Hopefully I can get... Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Perfect. They Rocket. Sable Beast. Now they're stuck there. If I move Cosmo middle and I play Infinite left, they can play... They play Hitmonkey here, we're good. I think they play a bunch of 1-drops middle. They play a bunch of 1-drops, they win there. But I think this will be enough. Hood. Sage. Hit monkey. Oh, we freaking read it. Oh, we read it. The Cosmo on the Madam Web is just so good. Being able to move that around.
Victory.
Wow. We also win if Hit Monkey goes middle too. Oh, we're starting off having Monster Island. That's actually really good for us here. So if I can Psylocke and get Crossbones out, like keeping winning this location, I can then move some stuff around, which is really good. So I go Psylocke into Crossbones. And then I could either go War Machine. War Machine also would enable me just to play these for free, which might be better. Trying to think of what we draw here is really going to fine-tune what we do with our line. So, like, if we don't draw, like, infinite things, we definitely kind of just float this, I would say. But if we do draw infinite, we do get Wakandan Embassy. Okay. I'm actually going to Typhoid. Oh my gosh, we had the perfect line. But let me just talk it out, okay? So like with Typhoid here as well, since we just got hit by Wakandan Embassy, even though Crossbones and Cold Obsidian will get hit with you know, the Typhoid stuff, they still stay at least 10 power. So that still allows us to get all the scar value. We would have had a free scar going into this next turn. Oh, this is about to be freaking crazy. Probably should have snapped that, but I think they retreat either way. Ovia hits my Madam Web, not great. Hits their Mysterio. I do get Zabu value, which is nice. Coal Obsidian, I'm going to be able to play onto the Zabu there. We got our Madam Web discarded. Not the worst. Not the worst. And we do get Fogwells. I go Psylocke into Coal Obsidian over here on the right. So we get some immediate scar value. TVA, I snap, I get Coal Obsidian down. And then they probably retreat here, but like this is really good for us. Yeah. All right, so this is actually really good for us here. So we have Zabu in our starting hand. We have the Ebony Maw, Typhoid, and armor stuff. This could be good. Silver Sable. Don't like that, especially if it hit one of our cards that has 10 power. Not great. Man-Thing's gone. Maw is gone. And we draw Crossbones, of course. Of course, we draw the good old Crossbones. Cool. I get Crossbones on the right. I get Ebony Maw, or not Ebony Maw, Typhoid Mary on the left here. Luke Cage. They don't have anything crazy here, actually. So I go Typhoid Mary left. We get Miss Marvel. I get Coal Obsidian right. Sarah. So they can chi me. I do this and that. I only need 6 power middle. I think they play here. They play here. So I can play Scar here safely. They play 2 cards there. They might go US Agent left. Yeah, we just have so much power.
Victory.
All right, here we go. So we have a pretty heavy hand right now. Pretty heavy hand going into this situation. Sewer system also is not in our favor. Nothing to play just yet. We've kind of bricked. We can still pull through this, fortunately, as long as we just get a good location after these just horrid locations that we're starting with. And they're also floating. They don't have the cards maybe just yet. We do have Fogwells. I do have Cosmo. This can work for us potentially. Wave. I'm gonna go ahead and play Scar out. Doom.
Doom rules all.
I'm gonna play War Machine. I don't like what we're messing with here, but Jubilee, Electra. Okay, so I can only play one card. They have Odin. We do lose to Odin. We don't lose to Odin middle. So holistically, this beats Odin. And this beats Odin. Odin middle is 14. Yeah, we beat Odin middle. We lose to like a pocket chi. Blink out. Oh, wow. To blob Jeff. We still beat it. Let's go.
Victory.
Did it hit Odin? It did hit Odin. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you guys stuck around to the end, definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Let me know down below. What did you guys think of the OTA? Until the next time, you guys have a good one. God bless, and Tucker out.